All right, guys.
I'm gonna flip y'all around here, show you what's going on here.
Everybody here.
We got a crowd. There's our crowd. So y'all share out the stream. We're gonna put you on the tripod. Put y'all over here.
How many people here?
Back up. Is that in y'all's way?
No.
Okay.
Okay. How many would like to have a Blackstone?
All right, there we go.
Okay. So if you have your orange ticket with you, we're going to give away a Blackstone when he gets done. So hang on to that orange ticket. Did you already win something? That's why. All right. So we're going to go live on YouTube. We're going to be on YouTube live. Is it Facebook live too, Butch? Just YouTube. We're going to be on YouTube live. And he's going to be on YouTube live. So you guys might be on YouTube as we pan the camera around a little bit. But Butch was with us last year. And we were outside in the pouring rain doing this. So we thank the Lord we have great weather today to do this. We came under the shade, make it better. But this is a lot of fun. This is probably one of my favorite segments we do at the rally because I love cooking on my Blackstone and I love watching him online learning new recipes. So I hope you guys have fun. Feel free, it's very casual, feel free to ask questions when there's a lull in the segment. Just ask him questions, he'll be glad to answer them for you.
Can you run mics out there?
Yeah, we can run mics out. All right, Butch, it's all yours, buddy.
We need a Venmo white.
A Vanna White. You need a Vanna? That's nice. So can anybody hear me? Yeah. All right. Louder. I'm nervous, just so y'all know. I'm not used to cooking in front of people. We have a YouTube channel. We're on TikTok. We're on Facebook, Instagram, wherever. So you can find me there under the Crazy Pop, Cooking with Crazy Pop. But we got 3 recipes today. We're going to do a bacon fried corn first. We're going to do a breakfast scramble, like potato kind of hash. And then we're going to do a taco pasta, being a Cinco de Mayo. So 3 basic recipes, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you right off the bat, these are basic recipes. If you want to add, take away, change it up, make it yours, I say that on all my videos. Recipes are guidelines, they are not rules. Just because you see I'm making it this way is not the only way to make it. If you want to add jalapenos, you want to add whatever you want to add to your dishes, add it, make it yours. But this is just basic recipes. But we're trying to show, Leon invited me out last year and this year to try to show that with these Blackstones, there's a lot more you can do besides burgers, pancakes, eggs. I mean, there's a great on here, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot more you can do with this. So, I already have this one going. A few basic things. I had somebody come up today saying that they cooked some eggs this morning, put butter on here, and the butter burnt. So the few little tips on the Blackstone I can share with you that I have learned over the years. If you're using butter, add some oil. The oil will raise the smoke point of the butter and your butter won't burn. That's simple. Your garlic the same way. Don't put garlic on a hot Blackstone right away, it'll burn. You don't want to burn your garlic, that's not good. So let's go ahead and get started, I guess. We got this Blackstone here heated up, and in case you're wondering, I'm just using canola oil. It's good to use a high point oil. Leon said it'd go up. The smoke point of an oil, like you see smoke coming off this griddle now, that's the smoke point. That tells me that this oil is hot and ready to cook on. This oil here is canola oil, so it's reached a smoke point, it's ready to go. Now, a lot of people say use grapeseed oil, use flaxseed. There again, use what you like using. A lot of people love oil. I buy canola because it's cheaper. I ain't gonna lie. You know? Then we have 3 24-ounce packages of bacon cut up right here. So we're gonna go ahead and throw them on a griddle. Get them going first. Don't want to lose none. And just spread it out. Now, if there's any questions or whatever along the way, because all you can do is watch bacon cook right now. Kind of throw them at me. I'll see what I can figure out. And just so you know, I don't know who's live on my live stream of this camera right here joining us, but I did let Blackstone, Grand Designs, and Sun RV Park know we are live today doing this. So, if y'all got any questions, just let me know. What's that?
I got a pair of reading glasses, there are a pair of sunglasses on a table here. Is anybody missing them? Reading glasses and sunglasses. Well, if anybody else wants to come find me, I have them.
Now, what I did on this bacon is we went ahead and cut it up. My lovely assistant, my wife over here, and she went ahead and cut up all the bacon into pieces. And if you notice, we didn't separate it. As it cooks, they'll start coming apart and separating. But the reason I'm cooking the bacon first, before I throw anything else down, because I want to use that grease, the bacon grease, to put the corn in. Because it's bacon grease. Why not? Everything's better with bacon. Exactly. Save the bacon grease. Yes, ma'am. What's that? The griddle is set up. This is on low right now. Yep. And that brings up another good point. I'm glad you brought that up. I was talking to a gentleman earlier. Every griddle, this is a 36-inch base unit. On my YouTube channel, I cook on a 36-inch air fryer unit. Low on those two units are completely different. It's a lot hotter on my air fryer unit than on this unit. This will cook a lot lower temp also. So I do have an infrared thermometer. I don't have it with me today, but if you feel better using an infrared thermometer so you know what kind of temperature you're cooking at, especially with eggs, you know, you can just shoot the top of the griddle, the temp of it, and know where you're cooking at, and adjust from there. But 99% of the time, I cook on low, because it's a lot easier to heat the griddle up than it is to cool it back down. So I always start low, and if I need to raise the temp, I will. So right now, this griddle, all 4 burners are on low. But I think I am fixing to turn it up to about a medium, because this bacon cooled it off a lot.
All right, we have a question on the audience.
I know you're cooking right now, but how do you keep food from being black? Because after I clean and then the next time I cook, sometimes there's black residue on the food.
Yes, that is your seasoning coming up off the griddle. That's usually what it is. Because the more you cook on it, and every time you cook on it, it's basically re-seasoning the griddle. Basically a good cleaning after you're done cooking, and if you need to, get a griddle stone, scrub it down. Scouring pads, Blackstone sells scouring pads. Make sure it's good and clean after, and then re-oil it. And once you oil, and you'll see it here in a minute, once your oil comes off, kind of like you don't want it black. You want more of a beige kind of a look on your paper towels. Then you know your griddle's clean and ready for the next cook. But basically keep it oiled in between cooks also. That'll keep any rust or any kind of debris coming off that griddle. But it sounds like you got seasoning kind of coming up off the griddle. But I don't know where the gentleman was, but he's talking about cooking the eggs earlier today. He said, there he is. He's had the same problem. The eggs had that black residue in it. Yeah. And while waiting on the bacon to cook, I'll go ahead and tell you, if you want to buy anything off the BlackstoneProducts.com webpage, use Crazy Pop 10, and I'll give you 10% off all your orders, anything you order. Because I think me and Leon was talking today, like, I'm going to use, for this recipe, I'm going to use the tequila lime seasoning, which can be found at Walmart. This is some really good stuff, y'all. But you can also order on the website, too. But certain seasonings can only be found at Walmart. Certain ones are found only at Lowe's, and certain ones are pretty much only on the website. So where's everybody from? I mean, I'll ask questions since y'all ain't. Florida, Mississippi, Kentucky. Where at? Wisconsin. That's a long way. Tennessee. Well, you drove a long way, didn't you? Whew. Hope you rested before you came out here. Now, I'm from South Carolina, just so y'all know. And I don't camp, I don't have an RV or nothing. I would love to have one, but nobody wants to give me one. I can't. Them things ain't cheap.
How's the food truck coming along?
Good question. I got a follower. It's slow. Got the business license, got retail license, got all that stuff. I got to get it cleaned up for DHEC now. The South Carolina DHEC has to come in and approve it, that it's cleaned up. I got all the supplies, I got everything I need that I can go in business. Then I got to get the graphics put on the side also. But the question was, how's my food truck come along? Long story short, I got laid off after 21 years. The company decided to shut down, move back overseas, and I'm out of a job. So YouTube and everything else, Blackstone's been really great to me, and y'all having, people like y'all that subscribe and watch and stuff like that have really, really pushed me in the right direction. And I've always said God has to push me where I need to go, and sometimes you just like, okay, that door's closed. You're not going back through that door. That's it. So, well, I want to start a food truck, do something for my own, so that's where I'm at now. I'm in the process of starting a food truck business, or a trailer, and that's where I'm at. And people like y'all really help us make dreams come true, and I appreciate that. Thank you. But thank you for asking. But it's slow. It's getting there. It's a lot of work starting up something like that. Because the lady who had it before me, she didn't realize the vent hood above the griddles and the fryers, you're supposed to have that on when you're cooking it. Yeah, and there's grease everywhere. Just a little bit of a fire hazard, yeah. So, can't really get them in here to say I'm ready to cook until all that grease is out of there. But luckily, if anybody's seen my video of it, even the ceiling and the walls and the floors, all that diamond plate, so it's going to be really easy to spray down, pressure wash it, and be done. At least I hope it's going to work that way.
So do you think that you're going to use on the corn bacon?
Mm-hmm.
What type of things are they?
What type of what?
What type of seasons are in that? I don't ever buy, I try not to buy 50 million different
I'm not really sure.
things that I use just for a couple of things. I tend to mix. Or the original pepper.
Yeah, I mean, salt and pepper, of course, and stuff like that. But I mean, it looks like it's got a little paprika. And I don't have my glasses, I can't read all the ingredients. But I will tell you this, I have a lot of this at home. So this jar, when I'm done with it, somebody can have it. Because I don't need it. But the tequila lime is, I use this a lot on a lot of dishes. I did a thing the other day on TikTok and my reels on Instagram and stuff. The Blackstone challenge, I'm on the Blackstone Griddle crew also, and they put out monthly challenges for us on the crew. And the challenge was make what's on hand. Just find something in the refrigerator and make it. So I found some smoked sausage, I found some bell peppers, I found some onions, and I found cheese. And a little bit of TD's brewing barbecue sauce, and I just cooked it up on a grill and seasoned it with tequila lime seasoning, and it's really, really good like that.
What's
So,
the sodium content on that?
what's that?
What's the sodium content?
Oh, I don't. Can you see the sodium content?
Yeah.
I said, I can't see. That might be my reading glasses. 7%. Yeah, 7%. Uh-oh. Glad to see that. I actually have, and I forgot to bring it with me, it's a little gate that goes right here inside the cross. Blackstone sells one that will just hang on the back of this griddle inside the cross, keep from anything from falling out. And Griddle Goldie sells them also. And they work really, really well from that happening. Now what I'm gonna do is, this bacon's taking a while to cook. Here in just a little bit, once this bacon gets done a little bit more, I'm gonna add that corn into it and let it finish cooking in that. But I do have a question about bacon for everybody out there, because this seems to be a big controversy. Crispy or not? I heard not. Heard not. See, that's what I'm saying. The simplest things, everybody just one or the other. There's no in between. Well, he'll eat it all. It don't matter, he said. Because it's bacon, right? Bacon. I can tell this concrete's not level, too. and turn this up to high. Now this recipe is actually, Todd Tobin makes it a lot on the Griddle More tour. And I've had his version, and he's made several different versions of it. Every one of them good, delicious. He's even added hot Cheetos into it before. And, I mean, like I say, recipes are guidelines. If you want to add hot Cheetos into your bacon fried corn, do it. Any other questions? Anything you want to talk about? Bacon's still frying. Different size of griddles. This is a 36 inch. Now I have this one and I have an air fryer, which is all 36 inch. This one has the coverage behind that gentleman there. It just basically covers up. It's not really a cooking cover. My 36 inch air fryer unit actually has a hood on it that hinges down. And that's great for like melting your cheeses and cooking your potatoes or whatever. Then they make a 28 inch, which is, this 36, you can make a 28 probably about like that. They make several models of that. You have the 28 inch. I think Lowe's has a certain brand called the Culinary Series. And then Walmart sells them. And then there's also what they call a range top combo 28 series. It's a 28 and it has two burners, two side burners. We have an older one model of that at the house. Then they have some 22 inch series, which is a Venture Ready series. Now they sell like one at Lowe's is made onto a cart and it folds up, has wheels like a cooler and you can pull it. Or they make them, they're tabletop units and they make a stand for them. The stand folds up, has one shelf on the side. Then they make a 17 inch, which is a one burner. And don't think it has a stand for that one, I'm not sure. Then they also make electric griddles. They make a 17 inch electric and a 22 inch electric. And the 17 has one knob, the 22 has two. That's the basic sizes. And if there's anything else, I'm not sure of. So they make a whole range of griddles. There's even a griddle, I haven't seen it much, it's a little hardware store I have in town. I'm not even sure what the thing's called, what type of unit it's called, but it's a 17 inch griddle, and on this side's a gas grill. It's not a burner, what's that? It's a Blackstone, yes ma'am. It makes tailgater, that's what it is, tailgater unit, yes. Sure. It's 17 inch, yes, 17 inch griddle, and then it has the gas grill beside it. Yeah, all in one unit. Well, this bacon, it's probably about 75% done. So I'll say we add some corn into it, some peppers and some onions and some seasoning. And go ahead and tell you, I'm not good at measuring that, so I'm just guessing. I need this much bacon, I need this much corn, so like I told Leon, I hope I have more bacon than anything, because nobody's complaining about too much bacon, are they? Okay. I mean, too much corn I can understand. Too much whatever else, but not enough bacon. So this corn, you can normally have to dump it on here frozen, but of course I had it in cooler, so it is thawed out. Thank you. And everybody, this is my wife, Sandra. She does not like being, so if you watch my YouTube videos, you'll never see her on camera. She does not like being on camera. Let's listen and see what we got. That's a lot of corn, y'all. So has anybody had bacon fried corn before, like this? Except for when I made it last year? Okay. The reason I made it last year is I've had several people already comment to me today that they loved it so much. And hope they like it again. So now right here I have some diced up bell peppers. Because it is Cinco de Mayo, so you gotta have some more color to it. And how much you add is up to you. I think I'm gonna add that much. And of course we have some yellow onion diced up. So my whole cooler smells like this now. What's that? Me and her. We actually have a little chopper, little thing, which we just got that, and that's been a lifesaver. Because to dice all these peppers and onions, we'd have been there all day. I hope we got enough to go around. How's that? Can y'all see that? How's that looking?
Very colorful.
Now we need that seasoning. It would help the top off of it. I told you it's brand new. Here, take that top off.
Taco or chili?
What's that?
Taco seasoning or chili?
This is a tequila lime seasoning. You can use it. I've used it on tacos, like chicken tacos, and a chili. I could see this in chili beans. That'd be really good. Right now, I'm gonna see it in some corn. It looks like a lot. Trust me. It's probably gonna need more than that. Can y'all smell it any? Yeah. Well, that's a plus. And then right. No, that's what I was just looking at. I've never had one do that. So that's why I turned it back down to see if it goes back down. It just did that. Never seen one do that. It figures the one time I'm showing it off, it's going to do that.
It's like a child.
Yeah, it's my problem child. And the griddle I use, I've had for years. It was like 2018, 2017 or so. I should give away to buy this one. And it's been working fine. I have heard of them doing that, but I've never seen it happen. Now, and I don't know how y'all cook, because if you noticed, I haven't measured anything. Give me a spoon, son. I got to try it to see if I got the seasoning right. That's the way I cook. You got to taste test. And there ain't no seasoning. I mean, there really wasn't none in there. All I taste is corn and bacon. Another problem I have is I'm not used to cooking this much.
Yeah.
But the good news is, this dish is about done. So, yeah, it's coming down now, ain't it? I don't know. Never seen one do that. Never seen one do that. So, oh, see, I knew I'd forget something. Who likes jalapenos? Yeah. So who don't? Put them in, leave them out. Put them in. I'll do just some. How's that? If you don't like them, just, I guess, pick out the green things. I don't know. All right, one more thing that, well, some people like and some people don't like, and that depends on what y'all say. Cilantro. Well, okay, no questions then. No questions on cilantro. Now, cilantro can go in now, or it can go in after you dip it up. I'm going to put it in now, and I am fixing to take this whole thing up. And then my wife and some helpers are going to start sampling it, putting sample cups in. Y'all can come up here and try it. But that's how you take something up. This is sold at Lowe's, just so y'all know. If you're cooking hibachi, stir fry, bacon fried corn, and want to take a lot off the grill at one time, this is the way to do it. Look at that. Yeah, this was my Christmas present this year. And it's really, really come in handy. So if y'all want to, I guess, I don't know how we're going to do this, but okay. Well, they said they're going to pass out the samples. Last year, I know they came over here and lined up, but I didn't know what the best way to do this was. Whatever y'all think is easiest, that's what we'll do. I have no, pass them out if that's the way to do it, yeah. It might be easy to do that. But y'all got a lot to eat. Piece of bacon don't want to come up. Can't waste no bacon. And then while y'all trying that, I'm gonna clean this griddle and get ready for the next cook. How's that look to everybody? Well, and like I said, that is just a basic fried corn, bacon fried corn. Add whatever y'all want into it. You know, if you want to add garlic into it, that would be good. There's all kind of things you can do with that. You can take that a lot of different ways. If you want to add, like I thought about adding some chorizo, some Mexican, y'all familiar with chorizo? That would be good in there, you know. So let your imagination run wild on it. Make it your own. Now, I got to clean, there it is. Little griddle scraping. Get up all them big pieces of gunk first. Then I'll just take some paper towels and wipe it down really good. Scrape it off, wipe it down, get all this off of it. If there's anything stuck on it, I'll spray water, and that'll help release some kind of sugars or anything that may be on it. Wipe it down again, but I don't want it to look like that when I get done wiping it. That's still dirty griddle. A lot of times you can take like a cook like this, you didn't really do a lot of sauces and stuff. Hibachi. Any kind of hibachi, well, a lot of sauces just stick to it, make it nasty. But something like this, usually just a good wiping down is all it takes. But if you own a Blackstone, you need these, and a lot of them.
All right, while he's cleaning that off, we were asked to let you all know that when you come down and get your sample, hold your spoon because you're going to need that for the next course. So don't discard your spoon once you finish each of the courses. Hold on to it until the very bitter end.
Yes. Yes. Like raw potatoes, maybe some green beans or something like that. I didn't bring a dome with me, but I have a dome that I put over it. You can kind of spread the water and steam it. Burgers. When I cook burgers on here, I want to melt the cheese. I put a dome over it to melt that cheese down. Yeah, there's a lot of things you can use a dome for. I didn't bring one with me because these dishes don't really need it. But yeah, there's a lot of things I could cook with that. Now, spread a little oil on here and wipe it down, see how it looks. And normally, like when I get done cooking, at this point, I'd cut it off, let it cool down. See, it's getting a little cleaner, not quite where I want. So I'm gonna keep on wiping. When I'm looking at it, it looks really good. But the paper towel kind of, you see it's getting a little cleaner. I'm kind of particular about my griddles as far as that goes. Because between cooks is what really, it's getting a lot better now. Between cooks on your griddles is the life of your griddle. If you just put it up and you don't clean it, it's going to be a mess next time you try to cook on it. And I've seen a lot of people like, oh, it rusted in between cooks. It can happen, but if it's seasoned good and you do this in between each cook, pretty much ain't going to have much rust. Or do like I do, just cook on it every day and it gives a chance to rust. Okay, the initial seasoning of a griddle, see how much cleaner that is now? That to me, that griddle's ready to cook on now. Okay, initial seasoning, what I will do is like, this griddle here is only about 2 weeks old. I just bought this griddle. What I did was it comes in, they have like a big sticker here, you know, they're Blackstone, all their promotional stuff. Comes up, and there's a couple places in the middle that have like the glue, the tacky stuff they use. So I'll take a little bucket of Dawn and some water, hot water, and a little scrub pad, and I'll scrub this whole entire surface to get any kind of manufacturing material, any kind of oils, packing stuff, whatever may be on the griddle. You want to get that off there. So that's the only time I'll use soap and water on this griddle, ever. I do that, get all the water off, wipe it down with paper towels, and I'll fire it up on high. Let it steam off. And then I just grab some oil. Usually what I use, Blackstone sells it, and Walmart has it. It's a Blackstone seasoned cast iron and griddle seasoning conditioner. And it's almost looks like Crisco. And you put the tablespoon on here and wipe it on while the burners are on high, and it will just start smoking like crazy. And let it smoke. Let it go. When it gets done smoking, repeat that same process. Put some more on here, spread it out evenly. But the trick is to do it an even coat. You don't want it pooling up nowhere. I have a dark spot here and a light spot here. Do that about 3 to 5 times. Wipe it down, cut it off, it's ready to cook. Now, Blackstone Betty showed me a trick, and I've done it with this griddle here, matter of fact. Take about 3 pounds of onions and just slice them up, put them on here, and saute them down until there's nothing left of them. And just saute them down, and that makes the griddle just slick as can be. It's nothing will stick to it. And then you're ready to cook after that. Matter of fact, before I cooked on this today, I've only cooked on it once before. I made taco pasta. That's what I made. So yeah, let's get cooking again. Who still needs samples? I mean, they're still coming around here. Okay. You got some coming behind you. There's still some more coming. Still could be left in that tray. I need bacon. I need more bacon. But yeah, paper towels, you need a lot. Because you go through a lot of paper towels. Sandra, I need that bacon. Sandra, where's that bacon? I'm sorry. I'm bothering you now. How's the corn, everybody? Suggestions. I always ask for this in my YouTube videos. Suggestions. What would you add to it? What would you do different? Bigger onions, more bacon, more jalapeno. And that's what I'm talking about as these are guidelines, not rules. As you see, everybody had 4 different things right there. But like I said, this was just a basic because I'm feeding the crowd, so it gives you an idea what you can do. This is a great side dish, especially around the 4th of July, Memorial Days, or whatever. You got a big cookout at a campground or whatever you're doing. Throw some bacon fried corn. You've seen it's real simple. Put it together, whatever. Let's cook some more bacon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Put the bacon in, and I need the sausage, man. Well, let's get the bacon going first. I need the sausage out of there. This is going to be our breakfast dish. Some people call it a breakfast hash, skillet, breakfast. There's a million names for it. Basically, it's going to be potatoes, bacon, sausage, onions, bell peppers, and some seasoning. Something different than your normal, just eggs. Eggs. Kind of eggs in too. Oh, I forgot the eggs. The seasoning. I think I heard somebody just ask that. Yeah. Okay, well, we have 400 cooks, so I don't know. The seasoning. Somebody asked about the breakfast seasoning, what we're going to do the breakfast dish with. This is called Lumberjack by Blackstone. They used to have a breakfast blend. They sold it at Walmart. They don't sell that no more, and now you can find this called Lumberjack at Lowe's. And this, I tell you, I don't even know how to explain this without you trying it. This is perfect on eggs and different breakfast dishes. You want to do that?
Thank you.
You're welcome. I say Lowe's sells this, and of course it's also on the Blackstone site. So if you don't get by Lowe's or whatever, remember you can go by Blackstone and use Crazy Pop 10 for 10% off. Yes, sir.
Cheesesteak is really good on it.
Cheesesteak? And that cheesesteak seasoning is delicious. I have several jars of that, yes. That's good on French fries. That is. Yeah, Blackstone makes a lot of different seasonings. They even have a pineapple sriracha seasoning at Walmart, and it's really good. Okay, do we have any more that needs a sample or wants another? It must not have been that good. Only 2 people want more. If you didn't get a sample, let her know. If you want a second one, let her know. I don't know what to do with it. Were y'all able to taste this tequila lime seasoning in it? What do y'all think of that? I said, this is good on shrimp also. Make some shrimp tacos, that tequila lime on it. That's really good. That's something we did last year. For those of you who were here last year probably remember, we did street tacos. I did chicken street tacos. I was going to do them again, but I'm trying to make something that's more easily just put in a cup and serve. But that street tacos or something like that on the Blackstone is great. I mean, oh, that's so good. And there again, there's so many variations of that you can do. You know, chicken, shrimp, steak. You can mix them together. And speaking of that, and we're going to use it in the last dish for your tacos. They also make a carne asada seasoning. It's like a taco. It's like taco seasoning, but it's not. If that makes sense. It's more of a street taco. It's funny I say that because that's what they call this. But that tastes like your regular taco blend that you would normally cook tacos like. But this has a little different flavor to it. It's carne asada. The carne asada is delicious on fajitas. That's exactly right. And that's something else I thought about doing is fajitas, but there again, that's kind of hard to put into a cup. Fajitas on the Blackstone, And the thing about a lot of these recipes, you know, you go to these restaurants and you see this and see that, and you're like, man, you think it takes a lot to make it. It really don't. It really don't. You can do fajitas on here and have fajita night. Basically, just bell peppers, onions, and some chicken or steak or whatever you want, you know. Real simple. And I don't know about you, but this is probably one of my favorite things to cook on the griddle is black bacon. And I love the smell of bacon. So now we're waiting for bacon to cook again. And the last recipe don't have bacon, just so y'all know. It has hamburger. Vegetarian, I'm glad you brought that up. Blackstone has started a new series, and I don't know if she's watching right now or not. She's a good friend of ours named Jess Farron, who is a vegetarian. And she does all kinds of amazing recipes on the Blackstone using vegetarian, impossible meat, beyond meat, whatever. I want to say it's impossible meat she uses. So it's amazing dishes. And I've tried some of the stuff she's eating. I'm like, I'd never even know that. I would not know. The way she seasons and cooks it, it's amazing. So they have a new series coming out. She does a thing every Monday called Meatless Monday. So Jess Farron is her name. So look her up. She does. If you're a vegetarian or know people who are, some amazing stuff there. It really is. And looking at it, you'd never know it's vegetarian. You really wouldn't. So Jess, if you're watching, you owe me. Yeah, Blackstone just started a thing. I think they put on Instagram last week. They started last Monday. I seen her reel, and it was Meatless Monday. And for the life of me now, I can't remember what she made. But she made something vegetarian.
You say a quarter pound burger.
So who here has a Blackstone? Wow, a lot of you. Who here wants a Blackstone? Who here has a ticket to win a Blackstone? All right. Where did he go? Where's Leon? All I know is you're going to make somebody mad here in a little bit. You make one person happy and a lot of other people mad. Because I didn't know it till right before I started doing this today that he has a 22-inch griddle that's going to be given away to somebody who's holding a lucky ticket.
Maybe 6 pounds of meat.
The golden ticket. What's everybody's favorite meal on a Blackstone? Bacon steak. Steak on Blackstone is really good. Quesadillas are amazing. Anybody done stir fries? Stir fries are easy. And let's see what else. Breakfasts. Everybody does like pancakes and French toast and all that, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay. What's something people that y'all want to make but you're kind of afraid to make it? Is there anything out there like that? Huh? Brisket on the Blackstone. That's what I was telling somebody earlier. Is it the best way to make this? No. Is it the traditional way? No. But I've actually done a meatloaf on a Blackstone griddle. You know. See, I got a couple out here that's done it. And the reason I did it, you smoked it. Okay? I've never tried a smoked meatloaf. I bet that is good. Yep. Oh, I got one of those. I'm going to try that. I'm going to. Well, the reason I did the meatloaf on it, because I have a friend, they're full-time RVers now, and they're from this area, the Pigeon Forge area. And they said they don't like using the kitchen inside their RV because it gets hot, uses whatever. So they want to know if I could make a meatloaf on the griddle, and if I could, make a video showing them how. So challenge accepted, so I did it. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do on a Blackstone. It's not traditional, may not be the best way, but it can be done. How many of y'all here follow Blackstone and Todd Tobin when he's doing some of his cooks on the Griddle tour? Anybody? Yeah, a couple of us. And Todd Tobin, he's one of the Blackstone cooks, and he does a thing every year called the Griddle tour. And what it does is he'll go to different Walmarts and Lowe's and stuff, and actually cook in the parking lot. But some of the recipes he comes with, one's called Todd Alone, and basically it's pasta and it's all kind of spinach and just all kinds of some. It turns out amazing. It's like a big pasta dish, peppers, onions, all kinds of things in it. He also does what they call a Colorado Cajun stir fry. So see, the stir fries you think in Asian, but there's so many ways you can do stir fry. And he does like a Cajun style, and he calls it Colorado Cajun. So when you're doing dishes on there, think of what you like. Like I did a Cajun pasta, and I used pasta and andouille sausage, you know, some hamburger meat, different kind of things, and made like a big dish out of it. So there's all kind of things you can do that you don't traditionally think on the griddle. Matter of fact, tomorrow, if anybody wants to subscribe to my channel, I'd appreciate it. Cooking with the Crazy Pop on YouTube. Every Saturday I have a new video come out at 10 a.m. Tomorrow's video is I think it's basic, but it turned out pretty good. It's chicken teriyaki sandwiches on the Blackstone. You know. So I just took some boneless, skinless chicken thighs, cooked them up, and the Blackstone has that. I'm gonna bring it with me. Blackstone has a seasoning called sweet teriyaki, and I seasoned the chicken up with that. And then I used a Kinkoman teriyaki glaze and cooked the chicken in that glaze. And then toasted the artisan buns and all that kind of stuff, put it on the griddle, put some Swiss cheese on it, melted that cheese down, and just made a nice little sandwich out of it, you know? Is that my phone ringing? Spam calls me all the time. He'll hang up after a while. Normally I would answer that, but I love messing with them telemarketers. Love messing with them. Y'all ignore telemarketers, you're gonna mess with them. I mean, if they're gonna waste my time, I'm gonna waste theirs. I figured that. Had one guy call me, he told me he's gonna save me interest on my credit cards. I said, man, that sounds great. He said, gonna save me like 30%. Well, I forget what it was. It was way off numbers, you know. He said, do you have your card? I said, yes, sir, I do. He said, is it in your name? I said, well, I have the card. It's not, my name's not on it, but I have the card. He said, is it your card? I said, yes, sir, I'm holding it right now. It's my card. He said, well, whose name's on it? Well, I ain't going to tell you that. I said, well, I'm going to tell you right now, I've been using the crap out of this card, and if you can save this guy a bunch of money, he'd really appreciate it. So then he asked me where I got the card. I said, well, I found it in the Walmart parking lot. I feel like it's a $1 bill. If I pick it up, I don't go find the owner of that $1 bill. Same thing. Finders keepers. I'm using this card. He told me I was dishonest and hung up on me. Go figure. So yeah, I love messing with them. I've actually been cussed out by telemarketers. Sure have. And the bad part about that one, I ain't gonna tell you what all was said, but I had him on Bluetooth in my truck and the kids were in the truck with me. And he starts cussing at me. And I'm like, oh, I hung up real quick. Whoops. So yeah, it's fun making them mad. I figure they're gonna waste my time, I'll waste theirs too. And this is what I'm talking about. I'm not used to cooking on this griddle. That's why I keep looking to make sure my gas is still running. Because this bacon's cooking slow. Normally on my other griddle, I have it done by now. But this is also the part, if you watch me on YouTube, I cut out. That's why the YouTube video is only 8 minutes long. You know? You don't see me standing here, walking around, doing something else while the bacon's frying.
What are you going to cook on your
The food truck is going to have, we're going to do what they call, I call them specialty smash burgers and griddle dogs. It's going to be the main thing. Who here has had a smash burger? Not as many as I expected. Who here needs to have a smash burger? There you go. Everybody should have their hands up. Smash burgers are basically, for those who don't know, you just take a ball of hamburger meat, loosely packed, you put it on here on a very hot griddle, and you smash it. It's a real thin patty. And what happens is, as Chef Nate from Blackstone says, you get that Maillard reaction. Basically, you get a sear on the bottom of that burger, and it crosses the crust. It don't have to stay on there but maybe 2 minutes at the most, maybe. And you take a spatula. Normally, I use a wide spatula like this. These have beveled edges, and you can get up under there and you can scrape up under there because you want that crust to stick to the burger, and that's where your flavor's at. Flip it over, put your cheese on. By the time cheese melts, that burger's done. But now on our food truck, and I have some YouTube videos of us doing this also, we'll have different types of smash burger. Like we do a taco smash burger. It tastes like a taco on a hamburger bun. We do a Hawaiian smash burger. Blackstone makes a seasoning called island stir fry. I season the burger with that island stir fry seasoning. And I'll put like a piece of maybe some Swiss cheese or something like that on it. Maybe some provolone, and then I'll put some pineapple ring, a grilled pineapple ring, and then put some sweet baby ray sauce. So there's all kind of ways to make burgers. There again, don't be limited by, it's just a burger. We do a pizza burger. Season with some Italian seasoning, put some pepperoni, some provolone, and some pasta sauce on top of it. You got a pizza burger. So that's basically what our food truck's gonna kind of do on. And of course, we'll have the classics. We'll have the regular cheeseburgers, chili cheeseburgers, stuff like that.
What's the name of it?
Crazy Pop's Kitchen.
What part of South Carolina?
Greenwood, Saluda area. We're west of Lexington, Columbia. If you look at Columbia, right in the center of the state, we're like 1 hour west of that, and 1 hour from Georgia east. So now what I'm going to do now is let this bacon finish cooking over here because we got to have sausage. Sandra, my helper's busy. I need sausage. Oh, it's right here. Whoops. I knew that. Yeah. I'm not used to that. Anyhow. Very carefully. Is anybody going back to South Carolina? I might need a ride. What I have here is we got 2 packs. I say 2 packs. It's actually 7 packs. And I don't know if I'm going to use all of it or not. Of just bulk sausage, bulk breakfast sausage. Because it's breakfast. We've got to have bacon, got to have sausage. So we just throw it on the griddle. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to use it all. And here's the other thing, if you watch any of my YouTube videos and you kind of pay attention, is a lot of times you may see, I cook a lot of food, and then when Blackstone makes a cutting board you can actually put on the griddle, and it's got legs on it, you can prepare everything on this hot griddle. You want to look back in the background sometimes, you'll see pieces of, just a little bit of food here. Well, I had to cook more than I need. So I may make another sandwich later, I may do whatever later, whatever. So a lot of times I may cook more than I need, and what I do is that when I get to mix it together, I just kind of mix it a little bit together at a time as I need it. So am I going to use all this sausage? Probably. But if I don't, we'll leave it over here on the side. It's somewhere. Oh, it's hanging up. Another scraper. These scrapers are good for more than just scraping. And if you watch a lot of Blackstone cooks or a lot of Griddle cooks, they'll use these to cook with. They'll take and put the food with it, see? But this is just plain breakfast sausage, nothing special, nothing fancy. Wish my griddle wasn't warping. I've never seen one do that. And they'll probably use it again all year long, never warp again.
It's settled down. That looks pretty good now.
Who's here had like a breakfast scramble? Well, that's what I call it, or a breakfast hash, or skillet dinner. Really, not many. Wow. I'll tell you something I was gonna make, but I kind of got talked out of it. It's popcorn. Popcorn on the griddle. Real simple. A dome, a big dome you cover up. What you do is you put a bunch of oil in the middle. You know, heat it up like you would a frying pan or whatever. Put all your kernels of popcorn in there. Take your dome and just keep shaking. Just keep moving. Next thing you know, you got a big old pile of popcorn on your griddle. And there was one kid, I can't remember his name right offhand, was doing it, and he put like caramel in there. You made caramel popcorn. Then you could do chocolate, you know, so.
And you would be crazy pop.
Yeah. See, he told you should have done it. I am going to be walking back to South Carolina if I don't stop. And talking about quesadillas, somebody over here mentioned quesadillas a little bit ago. Jess Farron, when we were talking about the vegetarian, she did some s'mores quesadillas on the Blackstone. So that's something else you can think about for like desserts and stuff like that. Got to keep on that grease trap out there and make sure it ain't full yet. And that is something else that they make for these grease traps right here. If you see that aluminum foil that's in there, they make these liners. You can buy these at Walmart that are great for just take them out, throw them away. You're not going to make a mess. And who here has air fryers? Okay. Little secret about this, and it's on my YouTube channel. I've made red velvet cake in these in the air fryer. So all you do is you fill your batter about halfway up, put it in the air fryer like you would an oven. 35 minutes later, you got a red velvet cake. Pop your icing, your pecans, whatever else on top, and you got little personal size red velvet cakes in your air fryer using these little grease trap trays. Because I expect, and I don't know, like I said, I don't do the camping, but y'all are probably looking for new and different ways to cook foods that you normally like, and that's just another way to make cake in your air fryer. And I'll go ahead and tell you, I used box cake. I didn't do no from scratch. It looked like it's from scratch because it's a bunch of powder, and I used a mixer and all, so it looked like I knew what I was doing.
If you put a spoon in it, it's so nice.
There you go. I like that. That needs to be on a t-shirt. That should be on a t-shirt. You hear that? If you put a spoon in it, it's considered homemade. That's right. All right. The sausage is about done. The bacon is about done, but I'm gonna move this bacon over because all my grease is running this way. But I want that grease. Because we got cooking taters. Well, potatoes for you northerners. Just kidding, they're potatoes. Now I'm using the Walmart brand, the hash browns. If you want to dice your own potatoes, they even sell these that already have the peppers and onions in them. But you're welcome to use whatever kind of potato you like. These just work really well. As you see, I don't know if you can see the kind of dice that these have. They're kind of small like the onions were. Me personally, I like a bigger diced potato. That's my preference. But for this, I figured this would be okay. This is gonna make a lot of food, so I hope y'all are still hungry. Okay. So it's gonna make a lot of food. Hey, they told me to feed a bunch of people. So that's what I'm doing. Hey, y'all need supper too, don't you? And these are the frozen potatoes out of the freezer section from Walmart. And what I might do is take this bacon up and stuff so I can spread this out and put it back in. Because I'm running out of griddle room. But like I say, normally I don't cook this much. Even though we have a big family at the house. As you see, they're already starting to steam up and cook. Normally I'll put these on frozen because the water that's in them will help steam them and cook them quicker. But of course these are already thawed out. But what you can do is always add a little bit of water into them. And that'll help steam them up a little bit. Well, being these are already thawed out and they're pretty much already cooked. I mean, they just got to soften up, that's all they got to do. They won't take them long. But just because I have black with space, let me see one of those little things. Maybe you're using them right now, ain't you? Okay. I'm just going to take this bacon up for right now, just to give me more space to cook. Any more questions? Any suggestions on what I should do? What's that? Blackstone. What had happened was, I still use my old logo on certain things, certain times. I'm on what they call the Blackstone Griddle crew. There's like 20, I don't know the exact number, it's 20 something of us that Blackstone reached out to, bacon and sausage, reached out to early last year and asked us if we want to be part of what they call the Griddle crew. Well, what that entails is, first off, I'm under contract. I can't cook on anything but a Blackstone. Okay, which is not a problem. I can still, when I say that, I can't, any other griddle I can't cook on. It has to be a Blackstone. I can still cook on Traeger smokers. I can still cook on Camp Chefs or whatever kind of grills I want. Blackstone has to be Griddle. Griddle has to be Blackstone. That way. Anyhow, and in return, they'll help promote us. They will give us care packages every 3 months. Could be seasonings, could be knives, could be whatever. In August, well, let's see, let me back up. November of last year, I went out to Dallas with Blackstone to the World Food Championships and hung out with them there all weekend. Of course, they promoted us. I got to be in some of their videos, some of their YouTube videos and stuff. So basically, it's like a we shake each other's hand. I help promote them, they help promote me, kind of thing. Which I was very flattered that they reached out to me and asked me to be part of the Griddle crew. This August, I'm going out to Logan, Utah, which is their headquarters, and we're going to spend the weekend there doing a bunch of social media stuff, learning how to film better, learning how to take better pictures, and just whatever like that. Learn how to promote our stuff online. But also part of being on the Griddle crew was they would help design logos, whether you had one or not. If you want to redesign one, I'm like, well, sure, let's see. So we went online and we talked back and forth, like a video chat, and they came up with the logo that I have. They actually came up with several different logos. I didn't release all of them. But the logo I have now is one I kind of like. I like the colors, the way it popped, the two little griddles, the spatulas on it. So that's why it changed. Plus, I've had that. There's another reason. On the back of my truck right here, and everybody can't see it, but you'll see another logo here. It looks like my old logo. It's called Hanging with the Crazy Crew. That is our other YouTube channel. Long story short, that's what this channel started out to be. The Great Cooking Crazy Pot was actually a travel channel. We went to Dollywood, Carowinds, all kind of places and did different things. Of course, we all know what happened in 2020. That slowed everything down. Well, it's a family channel. That's what I always wanted it to be, is just a family channel. So I'm like, let's cook. We can cook as a family. Why not? So the earlier videos you'll see, well, he's one of them. One of my grandboys right here, and my other grandkids got involved. They're cooking. You still see him every now and then eating. But we decided to separate the channels to make it easier. Because nobody wants to see me riding a roller coaster at Dollywood and the very next day cooking a hamburger. And if they do, they can subscribe to both channels. But if they don't, that's fine too. So I also, that was the help, to answer your question, it also helps differentiate between the two channels. Because at one time, they're both the same logos. But I'm glad you noticed that. You do follow, don't you? I appreciate that. I got to get your name. Give you a shout out. What's that? Oh, really? Y'all hear that, Blackstone? I sold him a griddle. Because of me. I don't even know Blackstone. I couldn't even tell you who's watching on that. I hope I'm still alive. Don't know if I am or not. And these taters are getting soft. But this dish is about to come together. I know it seems like it's taking a while. That's because I'm cooking so much food. I hope y'all realize that if you're cooking this at your campsite or wherever, it won't take near as long. It won't. What's that? It's getting close. I got to change it out for this cook, that's for sure. Or you better get some. It's going to be burned.
Good, you got 26 people watching.
26. That's okay. Okay. I come close to going live on TikTok. Thank you so much.
Hope you get to 30,000 soon.
Yeah, I hope we get. We just hit 27,600 last night. We went over the 600 mark on that, so it's getting there. It's getting there. And like I say, this time last year I was only like at 15,000, so it's growing. You know, I'm not disappointed. I'm actually amazed that even 27,000 people want to watch me. You know. But then again, I'm kind of humbled by like, dang, 27,000. That's a lot of people. But I'm going to be honest with you. Getting up here in front of y'all, I'm nervous. But not as bad as I was. Not as bad as I was. I can't tell if these taters are hot yet or not. Because I don't want to serve y'all cold potatoes. But they'll heat up when they put all the food to it, won't they? So what we're going to do now is get this different spatula. That's something else you will find out if you go like to Walmart and stuff. They do. These are what I call the OG spatulas. These came in like from 2018 or something. You can still find these in they have a burger kit. And these spatulas here, and these are my favorite go-to spatulas. But when you're moving a lot of food around, you need something a little thicker. This is a lot thicker spatula right here. It don't bend, it don't nothing. And they sell these also. So I'm moving a lot of heavy food around. I like a thicker spatula. Let's add that bacon back in there. Because it's bacon. Question before I start adding other ingredients in for everybody. Okay, we got potato, sausage, and bacon. We're going to add eggs. What else would you add into it? What's that? Cheese. Cheese. We're going to want cheese. We're doing that. Tomatoes. Jalapenos. Some diced tomatoes. I actually thought about putting jalapeno in this. I ain't gonna lie. I love jalapeno. And I thought about diced tomatoes in it. Even though I'm not a tomato fan. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but to me, it needs more bacon. You would think a 36 is big enough. When you're cooking for this many people, you need a couple of them. So, yeah, I'm going to take this up and do the eggs. Or move it over to one side. Okay, bell peppers. Got to add a little color. Don't want a whole lot. Just some. We'll save that for our last dish. Of course, more onion. Let's see what else we got. I don't need the cheese yet. Seasoning, we're gonna need that. But I'm gonna add that in here in just a minute. When I do the eggs. Of course, if you notice, I'm not using salt and pepper, and you can, but that's because I'm gonna use this lumberjack. I think garlic in this would go over good. There's a lot of food. It's still got the eggs and all that to go too. I hope more shows up. Yeah, we'll just slide all this over. What's that? Yes, I can. I sure can. Matter of fact, I'll get you some right over on the side right now. Open up cheese for me, son. Add your little seasoning into it. So you're getting ready for my food truck, custom orders. Wish y'all could smell that coming off the griddle right there. That's so good. And I say that a lot of my videos, but y'all actually could come over here and smell it.
Smell of it.
Smell of it. Somebody needs to invent that. They really do. Well, it'd be good most of the time. There's probably sometimes be like, oh, turn that off. Change that channel. So I'm gonna make a few cups here without eggs. If anybody, like this lady here don't want eggs. There's two of us here. Oh, it's him? Okay. Hey, I worked with a fella for years. He's in Nam and he couldn't eat carrots. Carrots would take him out. Yep. And thank you for your service, sir. And I don't know if this is seasoned enough, honestly. If not, throw it back at us. Now something else about cooking cheese, it makes a mess out of your spatulas.
Yes.
But that's okay. Because I think cheese is a lot like bacon. You can't have enough. I love cheese. Maybe I should just cook bacon and cheese. What's that? These? Oh, I could. That's a good idea. See? You're hired. Yeah. As long as you're going back to South Carolina, you're hired. I said, I'm not going to try that. I don't know how much seasoning's in there, but there's some without the eggs. In case you wonder what I'm scraping up, fried cheese, which I don't want to throw away. I love. Who likes fried cheese? Who's ever cooked fried cheese? And not quite as many that love it though. We did. I got a good friend who's a full-time camper. He was by my house one day back in February. We did fried cheese pizzas because I'm kind of watching. I'm not keto, but I'm trying to watch my carbs a little bit. And so what we did is we took just like the shredded cheese right here and put it on the griddle. Made about that big around. Put my pasta sauce and cheese and pepperoni and all that on top, and it come out and fried just like pizza. You know? So basically, you have keto pizza at that point. It's just fried cheese, and it tastes just like a pizza. So, all right, I'm gonna turn these burners down low because, like I said earlier about the eggs, the key to eggs, and I learned this from Blackstone Betty again because she's like the person to go to when it comes to cooking eggs. Cook low. You don't want a hot griddle when you're cooking eggs. That's a lot of food. Whew. Y'all got a lot to eat. What happened, real quick, the reason I'm cooking so much, because last year, everybody didn't get some. There was people last year that didn't try bacon fried corn, they didn't try something else, because we ran out. So this year, I'm like, it's not going to happen. I'd rather have too much than not enough, so y'all can have seconds. Did you do all both packs? Okay. We got 36 eggs here. Yeah. I'm trying not to drop them. So, what you do is you just pour slow. Don't dump them all on there at one time. And if you can, I don't know, I wish y'all could see, as you see, they're not cooking fast. And that's what you want. You want a little light, fluffy eggs. See how it's getting kind of fluffy? That's what you want. And if you have to, turn your burners off. Or leave one burner on, leave these off, use residual heat to cook your eggs. But don't cook them fast. And this is where the seasoning's gonna come in here in just a minute. Making sure there wasn't nothing else I had to add to it. I've seen somebody at Walmart give me another griddle. I'm out of space. As you see these eggs right here, this griddle cooks really good on low as far as eggs go. My air fryer, low on it's like 350, almost 400. I mean, it's screaming hot on low. And that's why I learned, okay, just turn that burner off if you have to. As you see this griddle here, cooking really good on low on these eggs because you don't want to cook them fast. As you see, they're still soupy, but they're kind of turned out a little fluffy. I thought I could get the job of a Whole House or Waffle House, but I don't know if I could deal with the customers there. Y'all are a lot better than them. So are y'all enjoying this? Oh, good. Are you not? Who's not? You almost put your hand up.
They're not, but it can go.
No, these are just straight scrambled eggs. There again, I have done milk. I have done heavy whipping cream in them.
No seasoning whatsoever?
Not yet. Not yet. No seasoning. So far, this dish has no seasoning. And it needs it. You turn everything down low. Them burners there are still like, almost like a medium low. I got to stir that, but I don't want to. When you're doing eggs, don't neglect your eggs. Keep them going. Blackstone. I love an omelet. I love different kind of omelets. Who likes a Western omelet? Who's had a Western omelet? Yeah, I'm with y'all on that. What about like a veggie omelet? Anybody for them? Yeah. Anybody ever had like a chicken quesadilla omelet or anything like that? Stir fry omelet, yes. That'd be different. Although most stir fries have eggs in them. Not much though. Pour the rest of this in here. That's another thing to do is you get poured in too much, they run everywhere. So once these eggs are done, we're going to start seasoning everything, mix it all together, and serve it up. Then we got one more dish to make. And hopefully it won't take as long. But then again, with all this food, maybe it's a good thing it's taking so long. That way you build appetite back up. I did turn the heat up just a little bit. Any more questions while we're cooking eggs? Yes. It depends. Yeah, I got my, if you watch my, there again, if you watch my videos on YouTube right now, like the one coming out tomorrow, that griddle surface looks awful. The seasoning's so uneven. I need to strip it down and re-season it. When I say strip it down, I'm gonna take a palm sander to it and sandpaper, I'm gonna strip it back down to bare metal. Get everything off of it. Just like it was when it's brand new. Yep.
Why do you have to do that?
Because you want, the seasoning eventually, like every time we're cooking, like every cook I've done today, builds more layers up, and eventually if you cook on one side too much on one side, but eventually the layers just build up and they start flaking, almost like paint.
It's like a skillet.
Yes.
Iron skillet.
Exactly. If you treat this Blackstone like you would a cast iron skillet, you'll be fine. But every now and then you just got to reseason them. You just got to clean them back up and reseason them. But how often? I've had that one since January of 2019. I think I bought that air fryer, and I've done it once, and it's due for it again. But now, when I say I use it, I use it. It's not like a once every week thing. It's almost every day. I start off with a heavy grit, like a 60 grit, at least a 60 or an 80 grit, something to just dig in there and get it. And then after I get everything off like I want it, then I go back and use a 220 grit and kind of smooth it out. Yeah, because you want a smooth surface. Yeah, electric, yeah. I've seen people say use wire wheels, use whatever. I've done 2, maybe 3 griddles that way, and I've always just the same. You're gonna get dirty, and it's nasty because all that seasoning's coming off, and you getting in it. Like you've been cleaning a chimney when you get done. But it's worth it. And then reseason, like I explained earlier about seasoning the griddle, and you'll be good to cook again. You're dropping eggs.
Is this the largest Blackstone they make?
Yes, the 36 inch is largest they make. For now, I've heard there's a 50 inch, but I've never seen it, and I need that for my family. Because literally at my house every night there's 10 people, every night.
Coming to your house.
Come on. After 10, 11 ain't gonna matter. Yeah. Hope Uber ain't too expensive. All right, let's start mixing these in. Because there ain't gonna be much egg in this compared to what we have here, believe it or not. But before we do,
Oh, season.
seasoning.
Lumberjack.
Lumberjack. Make sure I'm using the right stuff. You had me scared there for a minute.
We wouldn't know the difference.
Oh yeah, you would. If I put taco seasoning in this, now see, this is already starting to clump up. That's the thing about any kind of seasonings. Once they're exposed to moisture, they'll clump up a little bit. That's okay. You can break them back up. So, except for that big chunk that just fell. Lumberjack can be found at Lowe's. Yeah, or on the Blackstone website. You can take that chunk out. This here? Yes. That's sold at Walmart. Of course, it's not. You don't have to have it, but it's actually a Blackstone silicone mat. They're dishwasher safe and everything, so that way it kind of just keeps the edge of your griddle clean, that's all. But after you get used to using, whoops. It happens. It happens.
The audience all pick their heads up.
Well, and what's funny is Blackstone even sells stuff for dogs. Yes, they have handkerchiefs. It's called a Blackstone Griddle Cleanup Crew.
Oh.
Yep. Sure do. Sure do. So they remember that because a lot of us that cook on Blackstones have dogs. I don't know how many of you watch Blackstone cooking on there like Hungry Hussy. How many of y'all watch Hungry Hussy? A few of you? You notice he's got a dog. And every time, so, that's how Blackstone kind of figured, hey, these people have dogs and it's a cleanup crew, so they made it. Basically, if you could sell it, why not? And I don't know, can y'all smell that or not? You can, because I don't see it. I'm gonna quit moving this. I said I'm not used to cooking. There's a lot of food. Let's see a spoon real quick. We'll try just a little bit of it. Let's see. I'll try this few little tablespoons. It's there. I think it'll be okay. If it's not seasoned enough, add more seasoning. Cheese. Who wants cheese? Of course. Now, while I'm adding this cheese, I'll tell you, one time I did nachos on the Blackstone. And what I did was went ahead and cooked all the hamburger meat, you know, all the stuff, the sauteed onions, the peppers, everything. And as I did that, I took it up. Then what I did is I turned the griddle like every other burner on, low, spread the nachos out, the chips across the griddle, and then topped it all. And you just come by the griddle and just help yourself. So there's an idea, like if you're having a party at your camper or whatever, you could do that and everybody can just eat off the griddle. But for now, I think I'm going to take this up in my scoop again. Hope that pan's big enough to take this up in. Yeah, but I need one for the last scoop. Okay. Where my scoop go? There it is. There's something else about these griddles that are real nice. There's a magnetic strip right here. You can just kind of put stuff there. So that makes it handy until you got the grease dripping all over your porch. Which I have I got a Blackstone mat. It's got rubber on the bottom of it. So that way any kind of grease or anything falls onto that mat, it protects your deck or whatever you're cooking on. Ooh, there's gonna be a lot of food. Hope this pan can hold it. Not only as much as the weight, because this is heavy.
Looks like a coal shovel.
What's that?
Looks like a coal shovel.
It does look, yeah. I called it a snow shovel when I first seen it. I know when she unwrapped it at Christmas, I'm like, what in the world am I going to do with that? I guess I found out, didn't I? So now when I do stir fries and stuff like that at the house, it's a lot easier to take this up. And it's really sturdy, as you can see. It don't really bend. Then we'll clean this here mess up, and we will do a taco pasta. It's like a hamburger helper. Who likes hamburger helper? Really, not that many. Not as many as I thought. Okay, who likes a beefaroni type of dish? Even less. Wow, now I'm gonna quit going with this. I'm just gonna make it. How's that?
Billy, that's right. If they don't have it, it leaves more for other people. We'll leave it.
All right, y'all fish have some samples come around to you. Here, son. And I'm gonna clean off my griddle again. Because I have a lot of egg, as you see, coming off now. This is where the water comes in. I'm gonna scrape off all the stuff I can. As you see, a lot of stuff's gonna fall out the back, so. With that water, it's gonna raise all this stuff right off. At least I hope it does. But the trick is to try to get what you can off with the scraper. And like you said, it's like cast iron. You're not really, this is not gonna hurt it. No. I haven't. They sell a Blackstone actually sells a non-stick spray. Yeah, I've never used it on here. When I say they sell a non-stick spray, it's like an oil. It's almost like that. It's in an aerosol can. So no, I've never used that. Because I don't want no egg in this bad dish. So is this helping anybody?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I feel like a lot of what I'm showing you is kind of basic stuff, but I don't know. You know, if y'all can't really see. I got a lot of eggs and stuff stuck right here, so I just spray this on here. But I'm gonna spray across the whole griddle. So now this is room temp or just regular water. I don't use cold water. And just take and spray. I do have another question though. The scraping of this griddle, how many people is annoyed by that sound? One, okay. I kind of figure like the fingers on the chalkboard. We're all old enough to remember that. A lot of people didn't like it, didn't bother some. All right, we got samples coming out, y'all. There again, go ahead and tell y'all before you dig in. If it's not seasoned enough, you kind of get out there and just add more of your seasoning there. And if you have a certain kind of seasoning you use that you like, salt and pepper, whatever, use it. Them eggs been a mess. But I hope I'm giving you some ideas that you can try on your Blackstone, at your campsite. Something different.
Do you do all the cooking at home?
90% of it, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was telling a gentleman earlier that the kids, it's kind of funny. Like if I'm at Carowinds or something like that, riding coasters all day or whatever, about 5 o'clock or so they'll call. Where you at? I said, I'm at Carowinds. Well, can you bring me home something? Because I'm not there to cook. Because a lot of times, and I should, but I don't. I don't record everything I cook. And I'm getting better about that, even if it's just record the finished product. You just kind of show the finished product. This microphone's going over there. But a lot of times I get out there and I just experiment. I just go through the cabinets. I'm like, let's try this, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. It turns out.
I was going to say, where do you get your recipes? Do you come up with them on your own?
Some, most of it. A lot of it I may see, like me and the gentleman was talking earlier about, you see other Blackstone cooks or other cooks on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever you watch. We're fixing to do pasta. You kind of see what they did. You're like, you know, I'd like to do something like I did a
Variations of it.
yeah, variations. And like I told somebody earlier, I said, really, are there really any new recipes? Are there really? You're just making variations of how you like something at the end of the day. We did French toast roll-ups on the Blackstone for a video one time. Basically, I just took the bread, kind of cut it off, and I flattened the bread out, just looked like a loaf bread. Spread Nutella on it, raspberry jam, and rolled it up, dipped it in French toast batter, and cooked them up.
Oh, I bet that
You know,
sounds
sprinkle a little
so
powdered
good.
sugar on them.
Yeah.
Something simple, but they're
Did you
different.
record that?
I did. I have a video of that, yeah.
I'll be looking at that.
So, I mean, you just see different things, and you say, well, I can do that, or I can try that, and just go out there and try it. So that's where I get a lot of stuff from. A lot of stuff maybe kind of like we're talking now, we're just talking, I'm thinking about doing this, and you're like, well, what about if you did this? And kind of brainstorm, I guess, you just go with something different, something new.
Over here.
Hey, you brought us.
Does anybody else need samples? We got some more coming out. Front row don't have samples. My devoted fans.
I'm gonna grab one for my.
They ain't forgot y'all. All right, he finna cut me loose. He finna cut me off here. Come on. I got to do this. I got to change my grease trap in front while y'all are eating real quick because it's full of egg.
I gotta get around that one. Yeah.
What you do with it? I gotta change that out. Okay. Tabasco would be good in that. Yep. Okay, now that y'all are trying that, what does it need? What's different? What does it need? More of, less of, whatever. Give me suggestions. What's that? Okay, perfect. Could you taste the seasoning in it? So how do y'all like that lumberjack? I mean, it's different. I don't really know how to explain it. So if you had to explain that to somebody, how would you, you know? But it's good. I was just told some Tabasco sauce in it would be good. I heard somebody say jalapeno. Yes, I'm with you on that. My wife does not do jalapeno. So if you see me ever cooking something with jalapeno, just know, even off camera, she ain't eating it. Ain't happening. What about garlic? Anybody would like some garlic in it? You got a garlic? Because some people love garlic and they say it's kind of like bacon. You can't have too much.
Onions.
Onions? Okay. Yeah, it's got onion in it, but maybe you can put more if you like a lot of onion. Now, I got a friend that's a Virginian. He absolutely cannot stand onions. So he would never touch this. He would eat it. I'd have to cook with some without onion. So, sir? Yes. You could change up the type of sausage, maybe a hot sausage, maybe a Cajun, like a chorizo, or maybe an andouille sausage. There's so many ways to make that. And again, what's that? Oh, some salsa, yeah, definitely. Or some homemade pico de gallo. On top of it, yes. So there's a lot left. Hope y'all want thirds. So let me clean up this real quick. Let me check my live stream. Hope it's still going. Yeah, it ain't dead yet. Okay. For those of you out there watching the live stream, if you don't mind, share it out. I'd appreciate it. One of the worst part about cooking on a griddle, the worst and easiest part, I guess, is the cleanup. As you see, your spatula is getting nasty. But the griddle cleans up easy. Yes, ma'am. Did everybody get a sample of this breakfast? We did. Does anybody else need a sample? Does anybody else want some more? There's a whole other pan left.
All right, I'm coming.
Well, somebody's got leftovers, dude. Y'all can have something tonight. I don't care. So now, let's get this last dish going. Which hopefully shouldn't take as long. We're gonna make a taco pasta. I got ground chuck. You can use a regular hamburger meat to 73. I don't like using that because it's so greasy. It becomes drained grease either way. Ground chuck to me, it's a little more expensive, but I found this where I live for $2.99 a pound, so it's not that bad. And I forget how much I have. A lot. Like a lot of hamburger meat here. I thought about doing smash burgers, but it's kind of hard for everybody to share out smash burgers. Let me we're getting messed with the food too much. I'm gonna put these gloves on. course. And my hands are sweaty. So while I'm gloving up, who here is full-time RVers? Everybody? Some? You? Okay. Not me. I figured there'd be a lot more full-time RVers. That's cool. And my phone's ringing again.
Brandon.
That's my son. See, that's the kind of dedication my family has. He don't even know my son's calling right now. So sorry to all y'all live. My son don't know any better.
He's hungry.
What's that?
He's hungry.
Yeah. He won't know what's for supper probably. He's back in South Carolina, so it's catch for him tonight.
He's hungry.
So any suggestions, if I'm invited back next year, any suggestions of what you'd like us to have cooked? Like to see? Any? Oh, okay. Steaks. Okay. Different cuts of meat. Good idea. That's a good idea. The steaks on the Blackstone, and that's what I was going to mention earlier. A lot of people think, oh, I want my steak on the grill. If you go to Outback Steakhouse, 100% on the grill.
Do you do
A
shift?
lot of restaurants you go to, like, oh, that's a tender steak. It's cooked on the griddle. They might put sear marks like from a press to make it look like it's a grill. It's a griddle. Well, you know. You said you cooked in the restaurant.
Do you do shish kebabs?
What's that?
Shish kebabs.
I have once or twice, not much. I need to do them more. I just don't. The question was, do I do shish kebabs or skewers or something like that? I have. I don't do them that much though.
Chicken wings.
Chicken wings, I did, yes. Either last week or the week before last. I did them as my video. I did chicken wings 2 ways. I did a garlic Parmesan chicken wing. I did a, who made that? Tabasco. Makes a jalapeno barbecue sauce. What's that? I had the flats and the drums separate. Yeah, I cut them in half. And there's 2 reasons for that. One is that way if you like the flats or you like the drums, you can chew on what you want. The other reason is the drum always takes longer to cook on a griddle. So if you see me ever cook chicken wings, always flats are over one place and the drums are on another. Because the flats always take not near as much time as the drums do.
What about pork chops, like bone and pork chops stuff?
I've done boneless pork chops many times. I do have a few videos of that. I did some fried pork chops with cheese and potatoes on the Blackstone. I just used diced potatoes and kind of seasoned them up, piled them up over here and put cheese on them. Side dish, I've kind of floured the pork chops and just shallow fried them. I've done chicken parmesan on here, you know. Chicken parm sandwiches on here are amazing and really easy to do.
My favorite thing is fried cabbage and onions with bacon.
Fried cabbage is delicious on here. I've done 2 videos on that, different ways. I think one I use like an andouille sausage, like a smoked sausage. I cut them up in there, and then the onions, and of course some the cabbage and bacon. I put bacon in that also. But you can't be completely healthy. You gotta have bacon. Yeah.
What about other vegetables like sausage and something like squash?
Well, I don't like squash. Squash is what you do to a bug. You don't eat squash. I've seen people cook squash and stuff like that on here. But as far as greens go, I actually started eating collard greens 2 weeks ago. I used to hate them with a passion. I'm from Florida, it just happened. Yeah. I could not stand it. It don't even look good. I mean, who is a boiled leaf? You know? Well, I mean, right. But I tried some collard greens for the first time in 20-something years. I tried them before, didn't like them. I said, I'm going to try them again. You know, your taste changes, you get older. I love them now. So much so that I went and bought some collard greens in a can the other day.
Oh, yeah. They're good.
That's her all day long. No. No. She's the only one in my house I'll eat Brussels sprouts. I don't care how you cook them. I ain't eating them. You can wrap them in bacon. I'll take the bacon off. But now her, she'll eat her weight in Brussels sprouts. She loves them. Not me. Now, we need to season our hamburger meat. Street taco. This is a traditional taco flavor. If I run out of that, I'm going to resort to my carne asada, which is more like a fajita kind of a flavor. Can y'all smell that now? I can. Smell like Taco Tuesday now. Like I said, if you're cooking this at your own place on the little 22-inch, it won't take near as, because you're not going to put all this on 22-inch. It won't take near as long to cook. And this dish here I'm making, right here, I've only made twice. Made it for a YouTube video a week or two ago. And I made it like a week before that, just trying it out. Because I was trying to figure out what I'm going to cook up here. And then Leon's like, you know, it's Cinco de Mayo. Let's have something along that. But of course, we could have done tacos. We could have done, you know, whatever. I want to try to find something a little not as traditional, but still have a Mexican flavor to it. About 13, right at 13 pounds. I think we bought right at 13 pounds of ground beef. Well, we found it on sale, so. Luckily, where I live, all the grocery stores, the new sale starts on Wednesdays. I don't know if that's across the country, but where I live, it does. So luckily, Publix actually was the only store around, of all the grocery stores, Publix is the only one that had hamburger meat on sale. And usually I don't do Publix because they're a lot higher. Now, don't like Walmart meat. That's just me. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just not a big Walmart fan when it comes to ground beef and stuff like that. We got a food line near the house right there in town, and they got a great meat market. The manager and stuff. Now, they know how to do some meat. They do really good quality meat, but wasn't on sale.
What is your town?
I live in a town called Saluda, South Carolina. But you're going to like this. The town I graduated high school and stuff from is called 96. That's the name of the town, 96.
I've been there.
Have you?
I didn't remember going to it.
I was born and raised in Florida and moved to South Carolina. And still live there. North Augusta. It's about an hour from me. Maybe 45 minutes. We go down to Augusta to Cabela's and stuff like that again here. And we'll go through that. If we go to Six Flags over Georgia, we'll pick up I-20 and head over that way. So you've been through the big town, the metropolis of 96, huh?
It didn't take long.
No, once you're through the 2 red lights, that was it.
They must put up an extra one since I went through it.
What's that?
They put up one more since I went through it.
There's 2 of them there, yeah. They've grown a little bit. Sarasota. Yeah, I was born in St. Petersburg. When I was a year old. St. Pete? Okay, there you go. St. Joseph's Hospital, where I was born. Okay. Then I was a year old, my mom and dad moved to Sarasota, Florida, and I lived there. About an hour south of Tampa there. Sometimes none. Yeah. A lot of times I'll tell you on the video, like, I've never tried this for us. We're gonna see how it turns out. This one I cooked once and then recorded the video. And I actually made a change. I even said in there, I said I cooked it once and I'm gonna make a little tweaks to it because it didn't turn out quite like I wanted. And this one here, I'm gonna kind of play it by ear because I'm not used to making this much. So sometimes I just kind of, we're gonna buy the ingredients, I'm gonna make this and hit the record button. But what you don't see, like I said, there's a lot of outtakes. A lot of stumbling over my words, and this hamburger meat is about done. Luckily, it's not warm right now, but my concrete, if your griddle's on level, you'll know it. All your grease will run one way. And right now, all my grease is over here, so, but I am going to show you a little trick to do to drain the grease off your Blackstone. And that's just take your hamburger meat like this, and just hold it up. And it'll drain all that grease out. So if it's not draining to one side, it's that simple to do. But this is draining all to that side. Oh, I'm sure it's going in there. Good thing it ain't in this corner. And it's fixing to have a lot in there. So what I'm going to do is slide all my hamburger meat over. And it's still a little pink. By the time we get done cooking, it will be done. And I wish you could see, like right now, what's happening is a lot of the grease is coming out of the hamburger meat and running across the grill. Is it? I've never had one do that, ever. And I've cooked on this one before, so once. But as you can see, I'm just going to show you like grease. There's a lot of grease coming out of this burger. And I don't know about you, but I don't want all that grease. Yeah, if it's bacon grease, but this is not quite bacon grease. So these big spatulas right here also make good scrapers. As you can see, they move a lot. I might need a change out here. The bad part that I say, and I've noticed last two times I cooked this, is you see me season it. Of course, I didn't put a lot of seasoning because what happens is a lot of seasoning is going down the drain with the grease. So I'm gonna add more seasoning in. Another, I'm glad I did that. Another little tip, trick I can share that I have learned over the years is griddle management. You didn't see it, but as I move the grease here from the side to the edge, or to the center, there's more bloopers you wouldn't see. From the side to the middle, all of a sudden that grease started bubbling once it hit that middle. The center of your griddle is always going to be the hottest. So if you see something cooking too quick and you're already on low, just slide it over to the back or the sides or the front, and it will slow that cooking down. I need a grease trap change. My grease trap is, it's full. It's full. But good news is, all the grease is about gone. So once she gets that done.
I believe you got a lot of behind the scenes help, don't you?
What's that?
You got a lot of behind the scenes help.
Yeah. I do.
She's got something on.
Great help too.
Yeah. Actually, and if I do, and you see something dripping in there, that's fine, because honestly, if you watch my videos at home, there's no grease trap in there. There's no tray in there. Because that's dishwasher safe. When I get done, I just throw it in the dishwasher. Mm-hmm. Yep.
It comes off.
Yeah, it lifts right off. It's just hanging on the back. Cool. So now, I gotta remember what I did to make this recipe. Because there's a few things that's kind of different in this recipe. Like one is we're gonna use cream cheese. Kind of get that creaminess texture to it. So let me see here. I need the cream cheese on it. And I'm gonna go ahead and add the onion and bell peppers in now. I didn't do it before because I didn't want them cooking down to nothing. Because if you cook the onions too long, the flavor will be there, but you won't see them. I like to see them a little bit, but I don't want them crunchy. If somebody wants some onions, that's good, so we gotta have some color to it. So other than the margaritas that were going around earlier, have y'all been celebrating Cinco de Mayo? See? Got some seeds. Let's see here. So we'll mix that in. That's your hamburger. I call it a taco pasta simply because I don't know what else to call it.
What is that?
Street taco. This has traditional taco flavor. They're like the McCormick taco seasoning. Tastes a lot like that. You know what I mean? So there's that. I need that. What I don't like about this is that cream cheese. Because that cream cheese is hard to start mixing up once it gets in here. Once it's mixed in here, it's good. Now, I've been letting this cream cheese sit out so it gets up room temperature and soften. That helps. There's something different I'm going to do today. I haven't tried it yet, so I hope y'all let me know if it worked good or not. I'll put diced tomatoes in. I haven't done that yet. So, I don't know if it's a good idea to try something new or not. Who's had seafood on the Blackstone? Okay, like what kind of seafood have you had? Shrimp?
Tuna steak.
What's that?
Tuna steak.
Tuna steak. Anybody ever had scallops? Scallops on the Blackstone are delicious. They really are. Don't take like 4 or 5 minutes to cook a scallop on the Blackstone. You're done. Kind of like shrimp. Shrimp is the same way. Shrimp, you can overcook shrimp easy. 2 minutes on each side and shrimp goes. I've never tried it. I mean, I've had it, but I've never tried it. Cook it. Yeah. I can taste the seasoning now. But it's not overpowering. Because we're going to add some Taco Bell sauce into it. Now, cream cheese. Now, something you don't really think about when you're cooking the griddles. Now, what I'm doing is, the amount of cream cheese is, I'm going off what I cooked last time. I know how much butter I've used and how much cream cheese I used, whatever, so I'm kind of keeping that ratio the same. But I got extra just in case. So basically, for 4 pounds of hamburger meat, I used 1 block of cream cheese. I got roughly 12-ish, 13-ish pounds of hamburger meat here, so I used 4 blocks. But like I said, this stuff, say it sticks. It makes it. But once it starts mixing in, it'll come together, make a nice creaminess to it. Then of course we're adding cheese to it. So So what I do is I just keep on working it around until it gets all mixed together. Has anybody ever thought about using cream cheese and hamburger meat like this? It really works good. I was surprised. There's a few more sample cups up here of the breakfast. I don't know what's in it. And yes, I would rather have jalapenos in this too. I know. I'm with you. I'm telling you. But that's something when I'm cooking like something like this, I try not to keep it as spicy because a lot of people can't take the spice. Y'all see how that cream cheese is starting to break up now? Make it kind of creamy. And I've done it in my griddle. What was I using? My Cajun pasta. I used heavy whipping cream to make it creamy. My last ingredient I added in before I cook it up was some heavy whipping cream, and it kind of the heat and everything kind of made it come together, made it real nice and creamy. So you can use heavy whipping cream on a griddle. We've done raviolis and meatballs on the griddle. You know, we've done a lot of different things. This, y'all kind of see how creamy it looks now? I don't know if y'all can see that or not. It's not cheesy yet, but it's gonna be. Can you smell it? I guess being over it, I just don't smell it. All right, let's see. Pasta. I guess we'll go with pasta next. All right. This is pasta that we went ahead and pre-boil and have ready, simply because, you know, do this. You can buy the ready pasta, and it works fine straight out the package, dump it straight on the griddle. Same if you're doing hibachi, ready rice. You can do that. And it works perfect. You know, traditional stir fry, you do the rice ahead of time, put it in the refrigerator, dehydrate or whatever. You can actually use that ready rice. And made by Uncle Ben's. Jasmine rice, put it straight on the griddle, and you got fried rice. But this here's, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. It's called Pigeon. Penne. I knew I wasn't doing it right. It's those noodles, what you just said. Yeah. Nah. Because what I did before was one box for 4 pounds, so there again, using that same ratio. These are boiled and just chilled back down. You just dump them on here. Basically, all you're doing is reheat. You know. So you can break them up. Put them on here. And now it's going to get fun mixing all this together without trying to put it off the side like I've been doing. And if noodles are sticking together a little bit, 2 things. Either the steam you see coming up and start breaking them apart, or you can add water to it, steam it in there, and break the noodles up. But like if you're ready pasta that you're going to have, they'll kind of already stick together. So just spray a little water on there, and next thing you know, they're broke apart. This right here, I mean, like I said, I'm feeding 10 people every night. So when I say you're using 4 pounds of hamburger, you a box of noodles. I tell you, that's what it takes to feed one meal at my house. It's a lot of people. Cut back on however you need to cut back. Or like I said in the video when I made this is a great meal prep. You know, if you got to go to work for the week, make a bunch of this up, you got meals for the week. That's another thing the Blackstone is great for, is meal prep for the week. Try to be gentle with it, not dump it everywhere. I don't want none of it flying off and getting you this hot. So how's that looking to y'all so far? Has anybody thought about doing a pasta dish on a griddle? So now, we're really fit to make it good. I'm adding all these diced tomatoes. Which these, by the way, are canned diced tomatoes. They're not fresh. And the reason I say that is I caught a lot of flack on social media, different platforms and stuff. Why are you using canned? Why are you using this? Use fresh. Exactly. Now I'm just pouring taco sauce. Now this is not gonna, I'm not gonna make it juicy. This is more for flavor than anything. And what I did before was 1 bottle, so I'm gonna go with just 4 bottles now. And that's it. Something else I recommend is don't over season something right away, because you can always add more. You can't take away. Now it's just a matter of let's mix all this up, see how it tastes, and then if it's close, we'll add cheese. Y'all have been great so far, by the way. Thank y'all. Because I was nervous as everything when I first came up here. Thank y'all. Y'all made me feel at home. Somebody got to bring the dog up here. Because I'm steady jumping off his backside. Y'all look pretty good so far coming together? I think, because I always on my YouTube channel, I ask, what would you do different? The number one comment I had on this recipe was more cheese. Because I didn't put much cheese in it. I really didn't. So, just for y'all, I'm going to put more cheese. Desserts. Last year, I thought about doing the dessert this year, but I really couldn't come up with something quick, fast, and easy. I guess that would feed a bunch of people with a little small sample cup, so I didn't do it. Last year we did a griddle, or a toasted buttered pound cake with apple pie we put in it? Apple pie filling or something. Yeah. Somebody brought it up earlier today, and I've done it before, is cinnamon rolls. You take cinnamon rolls and you smash them on a smash burner. And then you flip them over and you put the cream cheese, whatever kind of topping, and there's some also peaches and stuff on top. You don't think of it as a dessert, or like French toast. There's so many ways you can do French toast to make it more of a dessert than it is a breakfast. Because you can cover it in griddled peaches. I did one that's covered in candied pecans. I say pecans, I'm gonna say it right for y'all. Candied pecans, basically you just take the pecan, you put on here brown sugar, some butter, a little bit of water. You candies them up, you pour them over your French toast, add some bananas in with it, and there you go. There's not many dessert recipes out there for the griddle, honestly. There should be more. But what's that? I've tried that, it didn't work out for me. You gotta tell me how you did it. Because mine turned out to be just a gooey mess. It was good. I'll eat raw chocolate chip cookies, I don't care. This safe to eat stuff, I just don't understand. I thought it was all safe to eat. Didn't kill me when I was a kid. And you can tell I eat my share of them.
Made that Blackstone ice cream?
What's that? I have not heard that. Blackstone ice cream. We'll make it. Hey, they got fried ice cream in a Mexican restaurant. Why not? I've never had the fried ice cream. Though. I'm going to try this out real quick, y'all. Not bad. Not bad. Need cheese. Now we'll cheese it up. Hope you got more pans, ready. And y'all, I'm just using Colby Jack cheese. That's one of my favorite cheeses to use. It's more creamier than traditional cheese, like cheddar or whatever. And this, you can use a pepper jack, habanero jack, kind of spice it up. Add jalapenos. Whatever. But I like the creaminess of the Colby Jack. And now, as you can see, the cheese is getting in there, so love that cheese pull. And yes, I'm gonna add a little more on that. Now, when you're doing pastas on the Blackstone, I've actually done raviolis and meatballs. What I've done is I took the frozen meatballs from Walmart, put them straight on the griddle, straight out the freezer. Start cooking those, and when those are about done, I take frozen raviolis with the cheese in them, dump them on the griddle, cook them up, and they kind of toast up on either side. Mix them together, add your pasta sauce and cheese, and there you go. You got meatballs and raviolis on the griddle. So basically, what I'm trying to tell you is there's a lot of stuff you can do on these Blackstones, keep you out of your RV, keep you out of the kitchen. And I guess that's the reason she keeps me out there on the Blackstone now. No, I don't mean the kitchen's clean. That's something else, is I say a lot in my videos, if you ever watch my videos, I don't show a lot of the prep work. I mean, because y'all know how to dice tomatoes, you know how to dice onions and whatever. But I also don't show it because to me that's just stuff you're like, well, I know how to prep that. I'm going to skip past that. But I do a lot of my prep also before I get out to the griddle because it just makes life easier once you get out there just to cook. Speaking of which, it's time to eat. Y'all hungry?
Yes.
I hope so. There's a lot of food. Yeah, anybody else got another pan? I see how sturdy that is, y'all. I mean, this is a lot of weight on this thing. Yeah, these shovels. Sam, how much is this shovel? She don't even remember what she paid. Either way, they sell them at Lowe's or on BlackstoneProducts.com. She said like $20. Yeah. Might need 3 pans. Somebody's got to bring that dog up here, I'm telling you. He told me to feed a crowd, so I made sure I bought enough groceries to feed a crowd. Now I'm going off this side. That's all right. Get a sweep up. Can y'all smell that by any chance?
Yes.
Now, I thought about it, but I didn't do it. We could sprinkle cilantro on top of this, but cilantro is one of the things either you love or hate. Who here likes cilantro? I seen earlier a bunch of people. Who don't? See, I got a few in the back that don't. They say it tastes like soap. Is that right? It tastes like soap to y'all? That's what I've always heard.
You don't taste like something now that you mentioned.
I've always heard people say they hate it because it tastes like soap. I don't know what kind of soap they're eating, but it tastes like soap. Yeah, the Tide Pods, yeah. Yeah, I make it not a habit not to eat soap if I can help it. So anyhow, this is the last dish that we're cooking. Exactly. I was waiting on somebody to mention that. Yeah, you said something wrong back in the day, you knew what soap tasted like. All right, ladies, here's another big dish here. We don't have enough cups. Okay. Well, we brought 400 sample cups plus now styrofoam, so you might bring your own cups up here. Where's your margarita cups? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. That meant a lot. Thank you so much. I'm trying to reformat a lot of what I do in my videos to kill a lot of that. And I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Has anybody got any bowls? There's plenty to go around. Go get your bowl. I'm telling you. We thought we brought 400 sample cups. We're out of those already. Now we're in the styrofoam cups, and we're running out of those. So Y'all have been great eating
So if
everything.
you have your own fry,
So now,
you got one?
the reason I cooked this meal last also
You got your own
is this
fry?
griddle now is nasty. I mean, it's a mess.
Can I come back and fill it up?
Because that sauce, like I was talking about, is now, if you look at it, it's just red all over the griddle. You like it? That's okay?
It's great.
What's it need? It needs something, come on.
More cheese.
A little salt? Okay. The reason I didn't add salt is because, I don't know where it went. The seasonings that Blackstone uses, and about almost anybody that makes, I think Dano's is about the only one. I have a lot of his stuff too. Dano's is really good seasoning. If you're low sodium, Dano's makes a delicious seasonings. They have a hot chipotle, they have a regular whatever, and all his stuff is low sodium. So I use it a good bit also. But Blackstone is just like the rest of the seasonings. There's a lot of sodium in it. Well, you see 7%, which I wouldn't say is a lot, but it's in there. But salt is another thing I'm careful of. I'm not a big salt eater.
No, you want to
So
know?
I don't care for a lot of salt.
Okay.
Some people do.
I'm gonna let that.
So that's kind of one of the things I kind of let people, if they want it in their own pot, they could, you know. Yeah, I mean, that's what else? What's the name? Jalapenos, I already know.
Regular diced tomatoes.
Canned. Just canned diced tomatoes.
I had to tell you.
Good. Good job.
And what's funny you mentioned about the rotel is I had that on the list. And I'm like, no, let's just go with diced
So
tomatoes.
look in your eye.
But yes, you brought up a good point. I was going to use rotel in this, but instead I went with just diced tomatoes. But yeah, rotel, I'm amazing at this.
We use a little more tomato.
Little more tomato. I kind of agree with that. Compared to how much I had, it wasn't much. But there, like again, I didn't know how much to use because I never put tomato in it before. So it's kind of, you kind of learn as you go. That's the thing about the cooking on a griddle. Well, cooking in general, it's a learning curve. I don't care who you are or what you're cooking on. It's a learning curve. You do this, well, I can do it better next time. I can do this. This is the third time I've made this dish. It's the third time I've changed it. So there's that. Now, I got a mess. But if anybody wants to come up here and see this being cleaned, they're more welcome to. See how it comes up. This is regular tap water. As you see it. It looks rusty, but all that'll go away here in a minute. A lot of that's that seasoning, see? That's why I cook this last, because it makes such a mess. That Taco Bell sauce, oh, this is good stuff. Let's have these above.
You put that on my Christmas. Right next to this 36 Blackstone right next to it.
Yeah, right next to the Blackstone.
And that was just regular Taco Bell taco sauce?
Some mild, yes, ma'am. There was a jar over there. She's already put it up. It's like $1.68 for a jar of that at Walmart. Real cheap. Yes. Go ahead. That's fine. Oh, and by the way, I mean, little self-plug here. I do have some stickers on here. Up here if y'all want one. Little self-promotion. We just boiled it. Yeah, it was pre-boiled. It's pre-boiled, and then we just stuck it, we let it cool down, put the Ziploc bags, put it on ice. That was it. And then heated it back up on the grill.
All right, guys, while Papa's cleaning his griddle, we're going to give away our Blackstone griddle we've got to give away.
There we go, giveaway time.
We have a 22-inch Blackstone that comes with the table that it sits on. It's got the lid on top of it, a really nice one. Let's see. We probably have, what, 60, 70, 80, maybe 70 people here. So we might have to go through several tickets. Let's see.
Does everybody have the ticket ready?
All right, here's the first one we're going to try. 4392320.
Not here. Next number.
Somebody in the back's got it. 320. Yep, 320. Yep, last three, 320.
Who got it?
Who got it? Somebody got it?
Got a winner?
Oh, there it is.
He didn't even give a hoorah.
What did you say about the
That's it.
discount?
Congratulations.
Blackstone in your town?
BlackstoneProducts.com
Eddie?
and CrazyPop10. And then when you check it out, or that's for a discount code, that should give you 10% off whatever
We
you
were
want.
all coming to your camper tomorrow for dinner.
Off your total order, from what I'm told, yes. At CrazyPop10. And as you see, I got a lot of that mess off. Y'all, before y'all leave, first off, I want to thank these ladies. I don't know all their names. The ones who y'all give them applause. Because they worked hard over here doing these samples. And I want to personally thank them also, because without them doing this, y'all wouldn't eat. The food would still be over here. And I want to thank y'all. Y'all have been wonderful. Y'all been great.
All right, as you're leaving, I guess a lot of people are going to go do dinner. Bingo is right here at 7:30 tonight. Come back for bingo at 7:30.
That'd be good. Yes, sir. You can go to griddle.com. Yep. Griddle sells these window guards right here. Blackstone sells them also. And they're made for whatever size. Yeah, they sell millions of griddles. Yep. If I look for my best, that's fine. There's a griddle pressure for $1.25. These Blackstone griddles, we got these. I used this for a long time. The griddle guard just reached out to me and tried this. There's also a cake that goes across the back. You want the YouTube to see it. It's called Griddle Guard. Blackstone makes them like it. It hangs there and it'll be used. And all your cooking is fine. All the hamburger meat I have, all the hamburger meat are not bacon. We don't have all that. That's all I need. The char grillers, they used to make some pictures up with their sponsor back in the 40s. Don't look at the sauce. We had pie. That was really good. I got all you. I use it. Actually, video this and seasoning this. The real like this. If you watch all the YouTube videos, yes, you will see that grill top, off of it. That season that Blackstone made? No, I use it on this. But I use it all on black. I use it nothing to that. I ain't trying to but it works. we have this. We have this. In my backyard, I got a field around it. And I put the leaves get off of it. Put the office back out, and all signs on the wall. Build it up like it's so that's about that time. Don't feel bad. I'm talking good. No man, that's 3 air fryer doors. I got 2 air fryer doors and 1
Blackstone makes it with air fryer.
They sell, well, they sell different models. They have a 20-inch air fryer model. Air fryer actually runs off electricity. My air fryer runs off propane and electricity. The air has to use power. The heat is.
Okay. Ready?
Thank y'all for tuning in.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I can get off this and I can show plays from where I've never heard of it.
No, he's going to show us something about me.
Thank you so much. All right, we're fixing to get off here. Thanks for joining in. I'm going to go back and check all the comments here in just a little bit. So I'm sorry I couldn't get to you. I was kind of busy cooking, but that's okay. We're going to get to you. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the support, and we'll see you next time.
Anybody not get one?
Still 11 people watching. That's all right. I'll show you how my Blackstone turned out real quick. I'm still live on YouTube. And as you see, this like the red and stuff here, that's that sauce. It's gonna come up though. We're gonna get it clean. But anyhow, thanks for all the thumbs up. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for everything, and we'll see you next time.